So have you ever felt like there was a mountain standing in your path, something preventing you from moving forward? Well, whatever that mountain is, there's a spiritual way to either make it disappear or work your way around it and not let it be an obstacle to you any longer. Let me give you an example. My wife and I just finished up our trip up the Alaska Highway and back again. It was about a 5,000-mile trip, but truly a very inspirational adventure for both of us. On the last day, we traveled through the Banff National Forest up in the Canadian Rockies, and it truly is a spectacular drive to drive through that park. Of course, the Rockies are so majestic and awesome to begin with. They're monoliths of stone reaching up into the skies and piercing the skyline with their majestic peaks, and beautiful glaciers up there, and awesome lakes settled down in the valleys that are just this beautiful green color from the silt in the glaciers that goes into the water, and the streams flowing down through the valleys. It really is an inspirational drive to take. But one of the major spiritual lessons that I took away from that trip was thinking back to the experience that the early pioneers must have had when they were making their way across the continent from the East Coast to the West Coast. And they knew there was a Pacific Ocean over there somewhere to find, and they were determined to get there. But what did they think when they came up to the Rocky Mountains? Just this huge range of mountains from as far as you can see and as high as you can see. It must have been a very sobering moment to think about, oh my goodness, how are we going to get past these mountains? But they did. They didn't just quit and turn back and give up. They found a way. They either found a way over them, through them, or around them. And today we enjoy the benefits of their learning adventures, and we drive through them with our cars, and we drive around them with our cars, we fly over them with our planes, and we go through them with our trains in the tunnels. They aren't a problem. They aren't an obstacle any longer. Well, in thinking all of that through, I thought about Jesus' statement to those who have faith in God. If you're facing a mountain in your life, he said you can pray and have that mountain be removed and even cast into the sea. And I chuckled a little bit at that statement because I don't know if I'm ready to put a mountain into the sea with my prayers, but you're really supposed to look at the symbolism behind those sayings. And really the mountain stands for something that would get in the way, perhaps an obstacle that looks like it's preventing you from progressing in your life. It could be a fear, an anxiety. It could be a picture of lack, a conflict, maybe a disease. Anything that would make us feel stymied and stuck. That would be a mountain that Jesus was talking about. But in the spirit of his instruction and the power of prayer, no mountain can stop us from getting to where God wants us to be. Just like those pioneers were not held back by those mountains. They might have had to do some thinking and praying and listening to figure out how they were going to get to the other side, but they did. And likewise with us in life, God is always with us. There's no mountain bigger than God. God is bigger than all those mountains. And God gives you all the help you need to get to where God wants you to be. So, don't lose faith. If you think you're facing a mountain right now, you're going to find a way over it, through it, or around it, or simply to have it disappear. Because the basic spiritual message that Jesus was sharing was, those mountains are not real. There is a way to prove that it's not going to be a problem for you any longer.